Good morning, my brothers and sisters in trading. This is PAX. Pardon the nasally. I've got a terrible cold. I've had it all week long, and hopefully today I've turned a corner. But anyway, listen. Welcome to Capital Preservation Friday with PAX, and you guys all know my co-host Penny Lane Blaine, and we're coming to you live from Place Your Trades Podcast Network. Today, we'll be talking about a little bit of yesterday's price action. We'll be talking a little bit about Capital Preservation Friday, and then we'll be making our picks for the yes-no contracts coming in today. And we are brought to you by Tradeovate, which has built a custom app dedicated to trading the event contracts. This custom app is, believe me, if I can use it, anybody can use it. I am computer illiterate. I can only email and trade. That's about it. And now I can use the event contracts. It's Tradeovate has built a very user friendly app. So go to the chat and follow the link to start trading. Wait, hold on. This is where we're all using to place our trades. We're all using that app at Place Your Trades. Okay. So use the link in the chat to start using the Tradeovate web app for free, where you can follow along and make your own picks. And that's pretty cool. Before you open your or fund your account, you can follow along and make your own picks. And make sure that you like and subscribe to our network, please. We all work very hard in making sure that we bring you good quality content. So everybody, I'd like to welcome in my co-host, Penny Lane Blaine. Come on in, Penny. You got to save me because my head is cloudy still from this cold.
Hey, Pax. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. Way to nail the opening read. You know, I have my own show, and yesterday I really fumbled my way through that. So I'm proud of you. You did a great opening read. The Place Your Trades link is in the chat, so you can make it super easy on yourself and just hop in the YouTube chat, go to the top, and go on the Place Your Trades website.
Look, see, that's why I need Penny, because that's the kind of stuff that just doesn't cross my mind. And thank goodness she's here for so many reasons.
Well,
what a day today, huh?
What a day. And you know, I've so enjoyed getting to know you and starting our friendship. And what a call yesterday on the market. I have never been more impressed. Your trading is just, I'm learning so much from you, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. That makes me feel good. You know, the one point that I wanted to make, though, is I don't make calls. It's, you know, I've learned through the years to let the market talk to me, and I use my opening range as we used it on the floor, and then I use my targets. You know, so when the market gets above the opening range, I want to be long. When the market gets below, and I want to be short, right? And yesterday's price action was something that has not happened, by the way, since December of 2008, where we were down over 2%. In 5 minutes, by the way, right off the number. This is when I knew something crazy was going to go on. All liquidity disappeared on the domes. There were no bids. There were no offers for 50 points in the S&P. It just disappeared, and I have not seen that since maybe during COVID at night, though. You know, so when that dried up, we knew that something drastic was going to happen, and we fell apart 120 points. The S&P broke 120 points off the CPI print. And then we found the base, and I tweeted that live, and I made that live tweet when we were trading really far lower, down by 35.20, 25. And we opened up. The opening range yesterday was 35.02 to 35.15. So we want, or 35.05, 06 to 35.15 half. And, you know, we got long above 35.15. So just simply, like last week, we talked a little bit about, and this leads into capital preservation, we talked a little bit about prices, right? So when the market gets above the opening range, we're expecting the market to get to 35.60. Above 35.60, fill that gap, 35.85. Then above that to 36.02. So one ladder rung at a time, just like ladders, one at a time. Above 36.02, we go to 36.63. Now we're getting back into prices that we had discussed last Friday. Above 36.63, we complete that swing back up to 37.26, which is where we're trading now. We finally we finally completed that swing. The NASDAQ went from 10,450 all the way back up and completed its swing yesterday up to 11,130. And now we're above, we're going to open up at this level in the S&P, and NASDAQ is going to open up above it. So, as long as we're going to open up above 11,130 in NAS, and the S&P is going to open up above 3726, then we're trading it from the long side. Of course, we're going to use the opening range to help us determine, what prices to trade from. So one thing I wanted to say, and you and I talked about this after the close yesterday, a lot of money was made yesterday. There were traders in my group that had career-making days, and I mean serious money. And I talked to each one of them after the close before you and I spoke. And the one thing I told them all was to completely reset today. Capital Preservation Friday means that we take that money out of our accounts that we've made and we protect it so that we continue to grow it. Don't increase your size just because you guys had good days yesterday. For those of you that made a lot of money, don't all of a sudden think that you're the next Paul Tudor Jones. You start to feel really sure about yourself, like you've crossed the line, you've crossed the Rubicon. We never cross the line. We never get to the other side. We all only have one trade. There's only 4 types of traders. There's the trader roller coaster trader that's making and losing, constantly losing money. And then there's the break-even trader, lane number 2. And then lane number 3 is the consistently profitable trader. And lane number 4 is the ultimately profitable trader. And with that, there's only 2 parts to every trade: managing risk, managing profit. Everybody, I've asked this before on Twitter, what's the most important part of trading? And everybody says managing risk. Well, managing risk is key, but I think the most important part of trading is managing profit. That's how we make money, and that's what the last 2 lanes of traders, are consistently profitable and the ultimately profitable, do. They learn how to manage their profit. The ultimately profitable traders do like they did yesterday. You take profit at a target, so you're long from 15. You take profit at 60. When we get above 60, you get long again. You add. You get up to 35.85, you do the same. Take profit, we get above it, you add. You're trading the breakouts. Yesterday was a career-making day for many traders, so preserve that capital. You're not the next coming of Paul Tudor Jones. Likewise, if you struggled, don't try to make it back today. What happened yesterday hasn't happened since December of 2008. Now, we've had huge days. February 24th was huge. August 26th, we've had really big days this year. There are going to be hundreds of days like this in your career if you survive. But if you try to make up for what you missed or you lost yesterday, today, you very well may not be here for those hundreds of trading days. I went back and I looked over through my career yesterday, and I didn't, not for long, but just for a little bit of time, and looked at some of the extreme ranges that I had traded in the NASDAQ on the floor, and then onto the screens in 2013, 12 and 13. There were hundreds and hundreds of days like yesterday in my career. And some of them I missed in 08 and 09, but when I was trading hogs, but I was here for those because I've preserved my capital and I've been able to move forward and I've been able to protect myself and reset every trade. And that is a gift. If you missed it yesterday, don't chase it today. If you lost money yesterday, don't try to make up for it today. There'll be hundreds of days like yesterday. So don't worry about it. You'll catch the next one. Sorry. Again, way too much talking.
No, not at all. You actually just teed me up for my favorite trading analogy, which is that trading is the exact same thing as golf. You get a hole-in-one yesterday. Does it matter? Last hole, you get a hole-in-one. Does that matter? No. The only thing that matters is the next shot and you playing against yourself. And all you can do is focus on your fundamentals, your rules, and your mental strength. And I absolutely love thinking about trading in golf in the same exact way.
That is really. I just started playing golf during COVID. Golf has never been my thing. I didn't have the patience for it. At least I said that to myself. I loved the game of golf. And you're right. It doesn't matter if you hit a hole in one, you can double bogey, triple bogey the next hole. You have to reset every shot. You reset your thought. You have to pick out your target. You have to know what what are your swing thoughts. They're different from shot to shot. Everything is different. We have to make the most out of each swing. Same thing with trading. It's no different, my brothers and sisters. No different.
Absolutely. Well, PAX, last Friday, we made some picks in my account and we got up to $1,000, which was amazing. It was my best day ever. I have lost that money. We're back down in the 900s. And I'd love if we could take a few minutes to make some picks today. Is that okay with you?
Of course, yeah, please. Let's do that's what we're here for.
All
Nobody's
right.
here to listen to me.
All right, here
let's
we
get on it.
are. We're at $912. Now, I did lose some money yesterday live trading on my show. We had some not so great picks, but I am ready for your picks today. Do you want to start with the S&P?
It's funny. There's an old trader adage: have a hunch, bet a bunch. When in doubt, stay out. So let's see if we have a hunch and we can bet a bunch here and make that back that money, not chase it, make new money. All right. So the S&P is trading at 37.21. We had. I'll bet that every trader in the world is looking to. Well, not every trader, but many traders are looking to sell this. Oh, we just rallied 220 points. We're going to fall apart, and we've got to give some back. I don't think like that. What I think is that now we've completed the swing. My extreme swing target that I mentioned earlier, and you can go watch last Friday's video. I talked about these very same prices. They don't change for me. 37.26 is a swing target. So we are opening just like we did last Friday in between that area. So I want to be long above here and I want to be short below it. So I want to, what's the strike on, or the nearest yes, no? Let's see. 37.5 for yes for 650. I'd take that. I would.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Let's go back. Let's take the low hanging fruit. 37 quarter for $9.75. That's a little rich, but yeah, I think that's low hanging fruit, and I think we're going to close certainly above 37 quarter.
All right, how many should we take here?
Let's go for $20.
All right.
What we would say in Chicago, a double sawbuck, or a double sawski, if you're
done.
really old. All right.
All right.
Let's do one more. Let's see. Go back to spoos.
Is that
Let's do a little hedge. Let's see what the strike list is. So 37 underneath. We close underneath 37 even. We can take a little bit of a hedge if you want to, and say, no, I really think that we close higher. Let's buy $10 worth of the 37 halves. Yes, let's take the yes on 50.
All righty.
That would be a sawbuck or a sawski. Hang around, I'll teach you guys Chicago slang.
We're zoomed in so much, Pax. I'm having a little trouble go through.
You're right. I'm cooler than you. Every time I see his name in the chat, that cracks me up. Got to set that opening range.
37.50. Yes.
For 10.
2. There we go. All right. We're doing it.
All right. Excellente. Let's go to Schnazzy Nazzy. Let's see what we've got there. The NASDAQ, I'm more confident that the NASDAQ is going to rally than the S&P. All right. Let's see the strike list. Oh, see, everybody else is more confident that the NASDAQ is going to rally too. So the close strikes, the 11,200s, are a little bit more expensive. But that's really kind of low hanging fruit there, isn't it? Let's see. The 11,250s for $8.50. I would say $20 worth.
All right.
You want to do some crude?
You know I do. I've been trading crude every day. Who knew that I was even capable of that? But here we are.
You are capable of so much more than what you know you are.
I mean, hopefully.
No, go ahead. What? Hopefully you're
No,
capable of more than what you are.
yes.
Capital
Okay,
preservation. Capital preservation. See, capital preservation. We all have fear, and our fear is going to dictate our trading, and it's going to control our trading. And we need to know what our fears are. We have to be able to name our fears, and we have to be able to see through them. We don't have to, get over our fears. Obviously, as humans, that's the goal. But what we do have to do is that we have to understand what they are so that we can either see through them or we can work our way around them, and so that they don't come into that our fear does not come into play with our trading. I don't fear the market. People will say, you got to have a healthy fear of the market. I don't think so. The market can't hurt me. I know I've got a healthy fear of what I know that I can do to myself in the market, but I don't fear the market. So my fear is going to tell me I can't do it, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not experienced enough. I don't know enough, right? That was something that was big in my mind when I started on the screens, when I started rebuilding my career on the computer screens, Penny, is I didn't have enough information. All of these electronic traders, I traded for Pete Stottlemyre in 2009 for 6 months when he was trying to update market profile. I was one of the biggest traders in the NASDAQ 100 pit, and I traded through 20% rallies when I was short and survived that stuff. I had my own prop group, but when I sat down to trade 2 lots on the screens, I didn't have enough info. I didn't have enough knowledge. What I didn't have enough of was belief in myself. I had too much fear, and that's what I needed to break apart and then rely on my character and who I am. So you are, and we all are much more, we are much more capable as traders than what we think we are. All right. Now, sorry, I can talk like that for hours. Crude,
So
everybody's so bold. Go ahead.
We don't have any strikes on crude today, unfortunately.
All right. Okay. What else is there? Natty gas, gold is, I don't know what I think about gold. I'm long-term bullish gold, but gold isn't moving anywhere. Let's do Russell. Let's go to the Russell. Everybody always, shits on the Russell. Nobody likes the Russell. Horse hates it. Anthony can't see it. Everybody hates the Russell. I think for a long time, the Russell was a terrible trade. But since September expiration, the December contract has been a great trade. It really has been very, very good. So the Russell had a huge day. Remember last week, I think I talked about the levels in Russell that are important: 1664, 1677. So in the Russell, as long as we're above those levels, the swing target is 1720. 1720 equals 11,130 equals 3726. We are above 17,020. Now we target up to like 17,075. So I would take, if the S&P and the NASDAQ get up and go, I would take the yeses on the Russell. I'm at 1775. I'm a little less sure of it, but I would take it. So let's take it for $10. And then that'll be a $50 day, right? 20, 20, and 50, or 20, 20, and 10. Or maybe 60, 70. I think you're going to be good.
All right. Is there anything else you want to look at?
No, I'm not a natty gas trader. I'm not a natty gas trader. I'm not a currency trader. I've gotten roasted trading the currency crosses more times than I can count, so I don't do it anymore.
All right. Well, for everyone,
go ahead.
For everyone watching, these are all the event contracts you can trade. I'm just going to take a little spin through here just so everyone can see, and it's so easy. You've been watching me and PAX trade it. It's just, if you can make a decision and choose yes or no, you can trade these contracts. Like, I've been trading 2 years. If I can trade these, literally anybody can. So I'm a big fan of them.
And Shy Girl made a great point the other day about margin in crude. I don't know what margin in crude is. It's a lot. She said 37,000, and for some firms it is. But the S&P margin is huge, and most traders are trading underfunded. You can trade these things with as little as a couple of $100, and you can make significant money doing it. These are not leveraged products. The yes/no event contracts are not leveraged products, but they are futures, and they're taxed as such. Remember, we talked about that yesterday. One of the main benefits of trading futures is the way that futures are taxed, long-term, short-term capital gains, section 1256, I think it is. Look it up. It's important. Now, you can get involved in trading futures if you're a stock trader and, and the markets are too whippy and it's too risky. Then trade these. It's simple. It's easy. It's inexpensive, and you can still pull some money out of the market consistently while at the same time learning how to trade futures. I think it's really, really, really good idea.
Me too. Absolutely.
I
All
think
right.
it's a great idea. Capital preservation is also encompassed in this because you cannot lose more than what you're placing here.
All right.
I'm
So,
sorry.
Pat, no, not at all. For those people who have had a good week or a bad week, doesn't really matter. It's Friday. What is your quick advice for what someone should do if they've had a really big week one way or the other?
So yesterday I told some of the traders in my group that had existing positions on that had huge days, to lighten up because, we reset today. Today's a completely new day. What we did yesterday has no bearing on what we did today. Today, if you made $100,000 yesterday and you start to feel pretty good about yourself, you can leak that money away awfully quickly. And I cannot tell you how many weekends I've ruined in my life doing that exact thing. Now, so reset, take it one trade at a time. If you had a really, really good week, and this was a great trading week, if you had a really good trading week, take the money out of your account, properly fund your tax account, and then start to trade your normal size and your normal rhythm, but be less aggressive today than what you would on other days. Capital preservation ensures that we are going to be here for the next 2.5% down, 2.5% up, in an hour, that kind of thing. If you struggled, and funding your proper account management is so super, super, super important. I've seen great traders ruin their careers by not properly funding their tax accounts according to whatever laws that they've had. And I've also seen traders, ruin their careers, great traders or good traders anyway, ruin their careers because they increased their size too quickly. They made money, they've got an extra X amount in their account, and so they can trade more, and so they do, and now they wiped away all their gains. If you want to increase your size, that should be a business decision, a good, well thought out business decision taken in a variety of factors. And when you want to increase your size, it's important that you go through the exercise of moving money into your account. Not doing it because you can, but do it because it's a good business decision, and you put more money that you're going to preserve and protect and grow into your account. If you struggled this week, which many traders did yesterday, and I've been there too, let it go, start over again today, but be less aggressive. Don't chase that money. Don't chase that missed opportunity. Just keep going. There will be hundreds, if you continue to survive, if you can continue to preserve your capital, there'll be hundreds more trading days like yesterday in your career. Be here for them, because that's the one that you'll catch. That's the one that you'll maximize. Maybe that's the one that you add to, and all of a sudden you go from making 10,000 to 100,000. Believe me, if you just try to be positive at the end of every day, green, $50 if you're trading micros, $100, $200. If that's your goal, just to be green, that's a valid and a great lauded goal, because that $50 will turn into 5,000. That 5,000 will turn into 50, and that 50 can and will turn into more. But you've got to survive, and you've got to build, and you've got to understand and see the market from different angles and different ways. Not everything works all the time, so you've got to be able to adapt and change with it. Capital preservation every day. Hey, Penny, there's something I ran across the other day that I thought would be a good way to close out the show, but is Bear Bryant Bear Bryant, the great coach of University of Alabama, had a poem that he read every day. This is the beginning of a new day. God has given me this day to use as I will. I can waste it or I can use it for good. What I do today is very important because I'm exchanging a day of my life for it. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever. Leaving something in its place, I have traded for it. I want it to be a gain, not a loss. Good, not evil. Success, not failure. In order that I shall not regret the price I paid for it. So with that, please click the link below that Anthony put in here. Pay for your trades, download the event contract app, and start to move forward with these things. These event contracts are really fun. They're really interesting. I'm still learning about them and continually moving forward with them. And I plan on continually to utilize them. And I'm bringing my sons into this, by the way. Both my boys, 23-year-old and almost he's 17, so he'll do it when he's of age. He's 18, but they're both starting to pay attention to it. They both downloaded the app, so it's something that I've gotten my own family into, and it's fun. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this morning's conversation. There's a lot to discuss about yesterday, and of course I tried to get a lot of it in, but capital preservation, guys, is key to anybody's career, whether you're trading the stock, you're trading the names, you're trading options, you're trading futures, you're trading commodities, currencies, it doesn't matter. Preserve your capital, grow your capital, and continue to move forward, even if your feet feel like they weigh 500 pounds, and don't regret the price that you paid for today. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. God be with you, and God bless you. Thank you, Penny.
Bye. Thank you so much, Pax.
You're the best, young lady. You're the best.
You're the best.